Hey, what's up guys? It's Rob. Today I'd like to teach you how to make a paper football. These are really fun to flick around or play with other people if you're looking for something to do or a game to play. And at the end of the video I will show you some different ways you can flick them and some other things you could do with them, including interlocking them so that you have something like this and then you could throw it sort of like a ninja star. So those are some of the things you could do with them, and what you're going to need is a piece of printer paper or a piece of loose leaf paper. For this tutorial I'm going to be using loose leaf paper because I find that it makes the folding a lot easier since the paper is a little bit thinner. And some people have been asking me what type of paper I use in my tutorials. Well, for the printer paper I'm using standard letter size printer paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. I think I bought this somewhere, possibly Best Buy. And for the loose leaf paper I'm going to be using college ruled 8 inches by 10.5 inches. Now if you have something out of your notebook like this and you'd like to rip a sheet out, that should work just fine. You're just going to want to remove that little serrated edge on the end there. So once you have a piece of paper, preferably loose leaf paper, you're ready to begin. So what you're going to want to do is to hold the paper so that the longer ends are horizontal. And if you're using loose leaf paper, I like to put the holes on top because when you fold it down it will hide them. If you put them on the bottom they're going to be shown. It doesn't really matter. But what you want to do is to take the top of the paper and to fold it down to the bottom end of the paper. And once you have the edges aligned neatly, then you can make a crease along the top of the paper. And then we're going to take the top end once more and fold it down to the bottom end of the paper. So just take it and fold it down to the other end, just like that. And then you can make another crease along the top. So you should have a piece of paper that looks just like this. Now we're going to take one end of the paper and fold it across to the other end of the paper. Just like that. And you might want to do this on a flat surface. I like to hold it up to the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. So once you align it edge to edge, then you can kind of tug on it here to round that off and make a crease on the end here. Okay, so once you fold it like that, then we're going to open it, and then you just want to hold it so that you have the piece of paper vertically positioned just like that. Now I'm just going to draw a horizontal line on that fold which we just made, just so it's a little easier for you to see. And then we're going to take the paper and we're going to take the bottom half of it and we want to fold it to the left onto that line so that this edge on the right, on the bottom right here, lines up with that line I drew. So you want to fold it just like that to the left and make a crease along the bottom here. Then we're going to take the bottom of the paper and fold it straight up along that line. And it's probably easier to do these folds on a flat surface, and you want to make sure everything stays nice and flat after you make these new folds. So just make some creases along the paper. And then you'll see we have some excess paper here on the left. And what you want to do with this paper is you want to fold it behind the model on this line here that we have. So you want to fold it back all the way until it comes around the other side. And then you want to make a crease on the left side of the model. Now what you're going to do with this little excess paper is you're going to fold it where it meets this edge here. So you want to fold it to the left just like that and make a crease. Then you can take the excess paper and as you'll see we have a little bit of a triangular pocket here. And you could just tuck this excess paper right into that pocket and just make sure everything is nice and flat. So now we want to take the top of the paper and we want to fold it straight down along this line here where the paper meets the top of this edge. So let me just draw a line so that you can see where I'm talking about. Just fold the paper straight down along that line. So you want to take it and fold it straight down and then just make a crease along the top of the paper. Now if you hold the model, if you flip it around, you'll see there's excess paper that overhangs the model here. What you want to do is you just want to fold up along this edge here now. So the paper kind of wraps around, and then just make a crease along the bottom. Okay, so now you could just open everything back up, and then what we're going to do, you'll see this is the tip of the paper which we kind of wrapped around the bottom of this. We want to just fold straight downwards on that fold now, and then just make another good crease. And remember this pocket here that we had previously, the triangular pocket? We're going to take the whole half, the top half of the model now, and we're going to tuck it into that triangular pocket. So you want to just open it, and you want to tuck the model, you want to tuck the rest of the paper into that pocket. And then you want to make a really good crease along the outside of the paper here. So you should have a model that looks just like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner, and you want to fold it to the other corner straight along this edge here. So you want to just take the whole model and just fold it in half along that edge. The paper gets a little thick here, but the loose leaf paper definitely makes it a lot easier to make this fold. So you just want to fold it in half like that and make a really good crease along that edge. You might need to put it on the table and just push down really hard on it, and then you could open it back up. And what you want to do is we're going to tuck the whole upper right part of the model into that pocket as well. And it kind of helps if you round off this part of the paper here. So if you make it a little bit round, and then you open this pocket, you can then tuck that corner in there. You see how it's bending a little bit? So just open this pocket and tuck the corner of the paper in, and you want to push it till it's all the way inside that pocket. And you can open this a lot if you want. It's not going to damage anything. And then all you need to do is to just flatten out the football on the table. And there you go. You have finished your paper football. Okay, so my favorite way to flick it is to have it positioned just like this on the table. Now you can also hold it like this with the point facing down, or you can even hold it like this with the point facing away from you and flick it. I find that this way kind of hurts your finger. This is my favorite way to flick it, and I think it goes the farthest this way. So what you need to do is you just hold it like that with one finger on top of the triangle, and then you're just going to basically flick it right in the middle there. Like that. Now, if you're trying to basically play a game with it, you might want to have the other person hold their fingers up like for a field goal, and that way you guys can try to aim back and forth and see who can get the most points or something like that. If you'd like to join the footballs, then what you could do is just notice that the football has some openings or pockets on the side. So if you take other footballs and you try to slide them into those openings, you could then come up with some pretty unique designs which you could then throw, or you can even try to flick. Hey, that worked out pretty well. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, I ask that you please rate, comment, and subscribe for further notification of my videos. Some other ideas I have for videos coming up are the origami ring, which I also promised I would make, and I'd also like to teach you guys the fastest way in the world to tie your shoes. So instead of doing the loop around, all you need to do is something like that.